Whenever I share my fruit trees, occasionally I get the question, why do you plant your fruit trees in containers? No, Steve, my husband, for those of you who are new here, he did some cleaning up for me. So it is the perfect time to share with you why I grow my fruit trees in containers. They do well, by the way. We also have a food forest. We go there rarely. Well, I go there rarely. The men usually do nowadays, and that's due to the terrain. Oh, this is looking its worst, where the food forest is. Those fruit trees, they're planted in the rocks. So we would move away the rocks and plant, fill it in with soil and plant those fruit trees, and they produce extremely well. I'm not sure if it's a mineral in the rocks, and we do not fertilize those fruit trees. They're just planted there and they're watered. That is it. They find space, their roots find way through the rocks, and they produce really well down in the food forest. But as I say, I go there I need to go now because the avocado tree, it's like Christmas, so I need to take you there to show you what that look like. If I'm able to, I'll provide a little clip in this video to show you how well the avocado is doing along with the other fruit trees. But to do a tour, I'm not sure when I'll be able to do a tour of the food forest. But today I'll be featuring the fruit trees in the container garden, because since I planted them, I've done garden tours but not on the fruit trees to show you their progress. And so I need to show you how well those fruit trees are doing in containers, and so you might be encouraged to plant some in containers as well. Starting at the very back. So this is what I'm talking about when I say we put the soil in the rock and plant the tree. This is one of our East Indian mango tree that is planted here, and it is doing fantastic. And it is being watered by one of our face basins coming from the bathroom. So we're using up our gray water. Now, right up the rock here. Now, this is solid rock. We can't get into this at all to plant. This is a watermelon in our container with my apple banana that is doing amazing. There's also a watermelon in there. It was hanging outside. Place it inside, and it's looking as though it will survive. This is a Fia banana. It's a dwarf banana that will produce really small plants, but the bunches should be huge, and it has a pup in there with it. Now when I tell you this is rocks, we harvested watermelons from here, so good. This is a star fruit right here. And as you know, we have star fruits that are producing, well, a star fruit tree that is producing, but we love it so much it cannot be too much. We just added these flowers down here for a pop of color. This is gungo peas, not really a fruit, but it produces fruits, right, in the form of peas. It has aphids on it. I need to get rid of those. And this is sorrel or rosella. We had corns in there now. We took out the corns. The sorrel is thriving now. Right here is another gungo peas, and I believe these are the red gungo peas. This is our noni, depending on how you pronounce it. And it is looking amazing. Corns were in there with it. Corns are now done, and it is thriving. Look at that plant. That plant is beautiful. Beautiful plant. Right here is a lime tree, and is looking good as well. We love limes. We have a big one that is produced too, but we can't have enough. I have more, you'll see soon. This is our coconut, pink coconut right here, and it should produce short as well. Should be a dwarf variety. And this right here is our passion fruit. There are plenty fruits on it. Let me try and bring it in closer so you can see some of the fruits. They're hidden in the bush. Can you see those? You might not be able. There are three more above, and there's a ripe one up in there. I don't know if you can see them, but there are three more right above it up there, and it is putting on plenty of blossoms. This one is overripe. I'm gonna harvest. It's still good, but just a little shriveled. Still producing blossoms. We love passion fruit. Now right here is our avocado pear tree. I need to take it to the food first to show you what the other one looks like. It might not be today though, but it is producing like crazy. Plenty fruits on there. Look at this, the little tomato that we planted in here. I thought it was the yellow one, but no, it's red. I don't know. Oh, that must be a hybrid. Okay, now right here is a one-hand bandit. It also have a pup. It's a plantain. There's a sucker coming up. Can you believe that already? That is amazing. So that is what that one is looking like. Beautiful plant. Right here, these are tangerine trees. And they just burst up and start growing. They catch their jealousy with all of what is going on down here. So they're starting to grow now and look really, really good. And that's of course a watermelon and a tomato that has started to put on some little blossoms on them. Now right back here is another citrus, and I believe this one is an Organic orange that is growing in this bucket. And these are dwarf. They're engrafted plants, so they will produce in the bucket. I have no doubt that those will. Alright, so that is what the fruit trees at the back or front. I don't know where to call this. That is what the fruit trees where the ocean view is. That is what they are doing. Okay, so that is this is the last part of the garden that we did. Those are the fruit trees that are planted here. So let me take you up to the middle section to show you where a lot of the trees are planted in containers. This is an East Indian mango tree in this container, and I believe it will be able to produce in it as well. I've seen it, so we are watching to see what will happen with that one. Now there is my last fruit tree that I planted is another East Indian mango. And guys, it is planted in half a barrel. This is about 25 gallon that size, and it is loaded with blossoms. I just cannot imagine East Indian mangoes on this little plant, but let's see, because if it is that it cannot manage the weight, we'll take it up and support it in order to get our mangoes. But this is our favorite mango to eat, and so I am super thrilled. These aren't trees, they're plants, but they're fruit plants. These are pineapples that are doing incredibly well. And those at the back will fruit soon. I'll show you the one we have fruit in. Now this is my jackfruit tree that I really need to plant, and I'm gonna plant that soon, very, very soon. Coming down, I'm looking to see if I'm passing any fruit trees. I have not provided an update on these fruit trees since planted, so let me do that. Now this is our lemon tree that was dying. Look at new growth on it. This should produce just fine in small containers as well. It's the dwarf. It is producing a lot of leaves. I can't wait to see my first bloom on that lemon tree. Now this is a Organic. This is the first one that I planted, and it has produced so many new branches. It is doing really, 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 really well. This is Organic. Now right next to it, guys, I don't know if this is a star apple. I don't know if it will produce in a bucket, but for now It is looking so good. It is growing like crazy. And if this is one that won't produce in a bucket, we'll move it to a half a barrel as well, but it will remain in a container because we don't have anywhere to plant any more trees in ground. This is my first OTET apple that I planted, and I thought it was dying, so I bought, well, I thought I was buying another one. Miss Ann gave me one. She bought it for me. So this is one of her OTET apple, one of her favorite fruits in Jamaica. Now right next to it is what was this again? I think it's Valencia. Yes, this is a Valencia orange, and it should produce in a container as well. It has been putting on a lot of new leaves and it's looking beautiful. So proud of it. So these fruit trees are looking great and they're doing well. Now we have more back here. Let me make my way around these dry corns. Up back here, this is the OTET that Miss Ann gave me. It's a way bigger plant, and as you can see, it is putting on branches. Miss Ann, look at this. It's putting on branches, guys. Now back here is a, what is this again? Oh my word, it's not a rambutan, it's the I'll come back to it. I'll put the name on the screen and a picture of it. Why can't I remember the name? That's crazy. Now right here, these are gonna have to get spaced out. This is a star fruit, and it is doing fantastic. It's looking better than the one down at the lower section. This is a coolie plum, doing amazing. It's trying to outgrow, well, it has outgrown the star fruit. I'm gonna have to space these plants out. This is a lovely custard apple that I bought. I don't know if it will produce in the bucket yet, but it is looking good. It was such a teeny plant. Now look at it, it's beautiful. It's doing amazing. This is a Julie mango, and this will produce in the bucket. Also has a lot of new leaves on it. Doing amazing. All of these should produce within a year. Now this is a blood orange right here, and it is trying to outgrow the coolie plum. It is trying. Oh, Steve picked some papaya. Talking about papaya. That is a papaya tree that has produced and produced, and it has done us so proud. Now this is one of our fruit trees that I just planted also, a June plum, and it has, I don't know if this plant will be able to support the amount of fruits coming on. No. And then right behind it is a tamarind. That's a tamarind tree. We love tamarind mall, guys. And it's doing amazing. It's also, all of the fruit trees are, apart from the ones that died early in the game, they're all doing amazing. This is a citrus plant that we don't know what it is really, but it is, I pruned it and it is bringing new leaves. So that is awesome. Let's make our way back around this rock. Around here, I have some volunteers. Oh, this is a Ribena right here, and it is doing amazing. As I said, all the fruit trees are doing incredibly well. I'm so grateful. Now around here, try and do this before the sun affect us too much. This is a soursop that volunteered in. We placed the waste from the kitchen and they grew with the papaya. That's how the papaya came about as well. And then this is an orange tree right here. So yeah, I think those are the fruit trees in this section. Oh, hi baby, good morning. I'm coming, sweetie. Around here, let me just use that is a soursop tree right there, and I think that is it for the upper section. For the middle section, now these trees that are in buckets. Some of them I will be removing. This June plum and so on, those will remain in buckets. Guys, running up and down the hill, I am out of breath. The Julie mango and the June plum, those will remain in the bucket. But as it relates to the apple and the custard apple, I might take those out with the help of Steve and put them in bigger barrels or so on. But they will remain in containers. So this might be temporary. The tamarind and so on, I'm not sure how they'll do in this size container, but I'll allow them to grow until I see where they probably stunted. Alright, so let me show you the ones down at the bottom. And I'm probably around some, guys, there are plenty of fruit trees. We're trying to grow all the fruits that we love. Let me show you those. Now I have several banana plants growing, bananas and plantains. These are plantains. This is the mommy one right here, and then that's the sucker that I took off of it and replanted down there. This right here is another Fia banana. It is stretching out a bit because it was crowded out by a tomato that I placed in there with it. Look at beans. I need to harvest these for dinner. There are plenty beans on there. Wow. Okay, you are going out of control. Alright, I need to harvest those. This is a volunteer sweet sop. We have one producing. I'm going to show you shortly. That's a volunteer sweet sop. Here is our bananas that you probably are very accustomed to by now. The little one fell over, but it will ripen right here. Now you told me to cover it with the leaves that I took off. Let me do that. So I guess it won't get burnt from the sun. I'm so grateful for you guys. That is why I appreciate your comments so much, guys. Leave your comments. You told me to cover it up with the dry leaves. So there. So that's our banana. This one can be eaten now, as is. But I've not gotten to that yet. I'm going to share that for the multitude. These are some new fruit trees that I got that I'll be planting out soon. As soon as I get the soil and containers, I'll plant those out. Oh, let me tell you what they are. These two are mulberries, and this is a orange that is quite sour. I don't know what that one is yet. And a coconut is in there as well. Back here we have volunteers, and guys, I have something exciting to show you. Hold on. So this is a soursop. Guys, look here. This is my fence, and I pushed that papaya through, and it went back there and started to produce. I told the neighbor that's easy, you can have those. This is a lime tree right there. Another, guys, it is growing out of the soil we dumped here, and I had a bed over here, and apparently it got in the bed and it's growing now. So it's not in a container, but we dump soil there. This is another pineapple. There's a garden friend in there, a little lizard. It's running away from me. This back here is a what we call frog banana or froggy banana. Another volunteer soursop that is doing amazing. This is my grapevine. I was told it's wild grape. Wild or not, I'm sure if it's not yummy to eat, we can use it to make yummy juice, right? So I'm still taking care of my grapevine. And this is the plantain closer up. The baby plantain from mommy plantain back there. Doing incredibly well. Now this is it. Miss Gillette, you're gonna love this. Miss Gillette gave me a little dragon fruit plant a while back, and I planted it in this bucket. Now you tell me what you see growing right here. For those of you who plant dragon fruits, tell me if that's not a fruit coming on. Right here. I cannot believe this. This plant is not big. I just planted it and took care of it. And look at that. The other day, Miss Gillette asked me, where is your dragon fruit? Miss Gillette, here it is. You're gonna be proud. It's not big, but I'm sure that is what a dragon fruit blossom looks like when it's small. Let me know in the comments, guys, please. All right, let me make my way through here. We have a papaya back there that we have been eating from. This is a pomegranate that is going cray with fruits. It is producing fruits everywhere on it. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. And they're in all different stages of their life. We pretty soon will be able to eat some from it, and then some a little later on, and way later on. Producing like crazy. I'm making my way through the jungle. This is a lime tree that I don't have the heart to take out. I don't know if they can coexist. I don't know. My other banana. This is a Gros Michel banana, planted in a container. Oh, by the way, the papaya, it's in a tire. It's in a container as well. Sugar cane right here, doing good. I love sugar cane, guys. That is pomegranate. This one's soon ripe. Look at that. It's literally a jungle back here. Trying to make my way out of here. I had no idea aphids would go and dash in. Oh my word. These aphids break record. I have another banana back there. See, there's a fruit on it. Producing. And then over next to it is a mulberry that I've been eating some nice fruits off of. This is Mikael's mulberry tree, by the way. Stacy gave it to him, but this little boy, he's not, most fruits he's not eating yet. We have to put them in juice for him to get the nutrients. But this is the most fruits I've ever seen on the plant. I'm not sure if you can see them, but they're everywhere on it. It's hard to see them because of the lighting, but they're everywhere on there. Everywhere on it. There are fruits everywhere. It's the most fruits I've ever seen on it. And then next to it, of course, is our ever-bearing mango tree. It would appear to be ever-bearing because the more we harvest is the more we see coming on. Look in the mulberry tree right there. See mangoes? Mangoes like crazy on this mango tree. Look in the soursop tree right here. Can you count how many mangoes on that one bunch? And of course, this is a soursop. Wow! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look at that. Farming on the rocks is a blessing, and this is why I have to be a blessing to others. Look at that. Those are soursop blossoms. Amazing. Now, when I tell you about this mango tree being loaded, let me show you something. This is the branch being weighed down. As you know, we've been harvesting from this since about March. The mangoes are on the ground because of how many on there. And this is not because we're not harvesting. We have been, look here, this is, this is incredible. Look right here. This mango tree is absolutely loaded, as if we've not been eating off of it. And we have been giving away on a daily. Guys. Let me run across the other side of the property and show you a few more fruit trees that I'm able to show you easily. Look at that. Oh, it's such a blessing. Oh, we have one soursop tree coming. I like to show you them when they're small. In there, I'm gonna clean out the area where my pumpkin finished producing. Guys, I am cray. I passed my pineapple. How could I? I passed my pineapple right here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Resident pineapple. doing amazing. In about 1 gallon container, that is. And look here. I think a pumpkin qualify as a fruit. Look at my volunteer pumpkin. I'm not touching this vine until we harvest that. Alright, let me run over and come back to make. Alright, let me go and then come back and show you the strawberries. This is a volunteer sweet sap, and we cut this sweet sap tree down about 10 times. I'm not exaggerating, and it insists on growing. We had no soil here, guys. We brought soil and place here, and we planted these pineapples also. So we should have that volunteer sweet sap coming right there. We can have so many. This land insists on feeding us and feeding us well. Look at this papaya tree. This papaya tree is so old, and the branches are now producing, and we can't keep up. Guys, I kid you not when I tell you we give away every day. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it properly, but I have to hold the camera directly in the sky for you to see those. So many. This is our big sweet sap tree. It is now producing. I wanted to prune it, but the sweet sap said, look here, not now, not today. It is producing beautiful sweet saps, or sugar apple. You might refer to this as sugar apple. It's beautiful, and these are going to be big. It has plenty on it and plenty blossoms. This is what the blossom look like. More fruits right here. I don't want to tumble down. More fruit there. See a big fruit. I want to show you back here. Guys, there are plenty on there. The birds are going to be happy. See a nice fruit right here. There is one right there. And so many blossoms. Wow. It is amazing. Look at that one. That's going to be huge. Blossoms everywhere. Everywhere on there are blossoms. Look at that. This is going to be loaded. We have not fertilized this, not once, not ever. Look at fruits and blossoms. See the papaya back there? This is a Jamaican cherry tree, and there are plenty blossoms on there. The tree look a little bit yellow, but it's producing still. We just harvest off a whole bunch off of it, and it is still producing so many cherries. Right in front of us here is a soursop tree that has some fruits on there and some blossoms. I see one spoiling there, but that one up top look good. There are blossoms on it and young ones coming on. Young ones right there. Oh, we have one at the lower section that is doing amazing. Guys, I don't think I'm not even going to promise you to go around there. This is our huge almond tree, and it is producing tons and tons of fruits. We love almonds. It is loaded with fruits, and this tree seems as though it breeds ladybugs. It is always filled with ladybugs, but it has a lot of fruits on there. Huge plant. The guava. Let's see if they're at the rocks, guys. The pomegranate has a ripe one on it. Let me see. We harvest so many from the guava. Now the sun getting too hot. I'm going to run. I am going to run, leave this side. Let me see. We harvested so many guavas off of this. I'm seeing little one. Oh, that one fell off. That one was not meant to be. But this is the guava tree. I have a lemon tree up here that I am fighting with. See right there? I'm going up in that bush right now. See it right there, guys. That's the lemon. Look at the almond all sprawled out. Alright, let me make my way back over in the garden. I really do hope you enjoy the tour of our fruit trees. This is why I have to separate the videos, the garden tour and the fruit trees. They can't fit in one video. It's gonna be way too long, although I know some of you enjoy the long videos, but it's gonna be way too long to post the garden tour, including the fruit trees, and so that's why I separate them. All right, guys, thank you for watching. To my members, thank you so much for your contribution to Farming on the Rocks. Thank you, guys. For those of you who view each day and share the videos, thank you. Please continue to share the videos. Please continue to like and leave your beautiful comments, your concern, your recommendation, your tips and tricks. Appreciate all of them, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.